Success comes to those who dare and act. This dare, this willingness, this desire to do something, which is you rightly said by R.L. Stevenson, desire and curiosity are the two eyes which keep you alive. Nothing else. Otherwise, what is a man? A dead body. If he is not using his reasoning abilities, his reasoning faculties, and this is the motto for us, that we do our best. We try to grasp as many words we can. See, it's really said that more and more words of English, better command over the language, and better is your performance. And this is what I'm also looking forward to. Yes, isn't it? Yes. Let's move to our words for today from the Hindu vocabulary directly. This was the last class I taken up. Rebuke, reaffirm, rattle, ratify, and quell. I'm turning to the next words for today. These are very interesting words. The word first is quantifiable. Quantifiable is something that is measurable, something which is accessible, calculable, something which you can express. See, there's an opposite. Just opposite to is something which is abstract. Have you heard of abstract nouns? Something which you cannot measure, something which you can feel in your mind, which is not countable, which cannot be measured, is abstract. Love, beauty, truth, honesty, justice, mercy, pity. What is it? Abstract nouns. But something which you are able to express or measure as a quantity, perceptible, quantitative, significant, measurable, or accessible or calculable is the word that is quantifiable. And inquantifiable means cannot measure. You have a purview of something. Purview means we all have some duty, some work that God has designed for us. And if we are doing our work, we are pleasing God. You have heard the famous saying, the famous epigram, work is worship. Do your best and leave rest to God. What more a human being can do. So you are doing your responsibilities in interest or activity of yours. It's a duty, it's an obligation or a responsibility of yours that you do things in the right perspective. That is the meaning of the word purview. The opposite would be something when you don't consider it as your duty and you just do it for the name's sake. This word is very important word. Purge is purify. Purgation word, purify. This word is given in Aristotle by his famous book, Poetics. You heard of Aristotle, famous Greek philosopher. He gave this word katharosis, which means purify or purgation. Now, when we are, he gave this in the context of the Shakespearean tragedies and things. When you're watching a drama, you're overflowing your feelings. Sometimes you've seen people crying, watching a movie or drama, or sometimes people are so carried away with their feelings. This is actual victory of a drama. There are two tragic feelings, pity and fear. They are aroused, and when they are taken out of your heart and mind, you feel more relieved, more relaxed, and it leads to purgation and purification of the human soul. And this is very, very important, that whatever is in your heart, you unburden your heart, and if you don't do so, you face a lot of problems. So rid someone or something of an unwanted quality, condition, or feeling. It is to remove a group of people considered undesirable from an organization or a place, or a violent way. Remove or get rid of, clear off, sweep out, expel, eject, take out, purgai. Purgai, the word purgation, that is purification. Take out what is unburdening your heart, and what do? You unburden your heart. Right? The opposite would be taken as corrupt, debase, debauch, the same word, licentious, defile, degrade, demean, or deprave, right? The next word from the same word, purge, is purgatory, having cleansing, the purifying your heart and soul. So it's almost the same. Whatever unpleasant, see, we all have some bad experiences, some sad experiences where we are carried away by things, and we need to clean or purify them from our heart, and otherwise our heart can blast. Francis Bacon said that joys multiply and sorrows divide. You may, if you keep a lot of burden in your heart, you will not have a healthy heart. You may have an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but What keeps you healthy for your heart is unburden your heart. If you don't find anyone, talk to a statue. And if you do that, you will be very relaxed. No heart problems you would have, right? This is just not a doctor's advice. This is the literary people's advice. Moving on to next word for today. The word is proprietary. Proprietary is correctness, any decency or decorum of doing things with a conformity which is conventionally accepted tradition, anything which is on the standard of behavior of morals, decorum and respectable, something which is appropriate, something which is correct, something which is right is proprietary. When you behave in a particular etiquettes, you follow some decorum of life. So in that decorum, we also include the word etiquettes. A person appears very sophisticated, well mannered, well polished, well refined, well cultured. Person carries that aura that yes, this person is well cultured. So this is propriety. A person is known by his etiquettes and manners which tell about him, not your degrees. Presumption. Presumption is very, audacious or bold. In fact, it is the exact word if you want for this. It is shamelessly bold. Too bold. An idea that is taken to be true based on probability. It is audaciousness, audacity, brashness, brassiness or brazeness. This is too bold. That is the word presumption. You should be bold and brave, you should be strong and determined, you should stick to your ground. But sometimes when you behave in such a way which crosses the limits of decorum or behavior, it is not considered right. Prejudice from the root pre, meaning before. Swear or oath or the judgment. So you make any judgment before, and that judgment which you make before is usually wrong. Have you heard of the famous novel of Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice? Pride and Prejudice, you believe this novel was rejected 16 times by the publisher, and finally it was published. It is one of the immortal works in English literature. This lady, Elizabeth Bennet, and the hero, Darcy, that is the protagonist, is Elizabeth Bennet. She carries a prejudice against the main character, the hero, that is, he is very proud and very moody and whimsical kind of a person, a very snobbish, egoist aristocrat. But later on she realizes a mistake, that she was prejudiced against him. He is not that person. This is, sometimes we form an opinion about somebody before knowing the actual reality, and that is what is prejudice. Harmful to someone or something because it's detrimental, it's damaging, injurious and harmful. Please note the preposition which is added to detrimental to health. Smoking is detrimental, hazardous, dangerous to health. Disadvantageous or unfavorable. The opposite would be, of course, beneficial or advantageous. Precarious. Precarious means something which is going to collapse, something which is very, again, dangerous. It's sure that it will have a downfall. It is going to fall down. Not securely held in position, that means you're not secure. Most of the companies give precarious jobs to the people, and as per their requirement they use the person. Not securely held in a position, dangerously likely to fall down, collapse, downfall. Dangerous, hazardous, peril, from the word perilous, and risky. And that is why people prefer government jobs, because they are very safe and secure, right? Next word, perpetrator. Perpetrator is a wrongdoer. The simple meaning of this word is a wrongdoer. One who does something wrong is a perpetrator. A person who carries out an harmful, illegal work. A person who is doing immoral work, assassin or criminal, from the root culp. Please note the root culp is crime. So we have the word culprit, which means criminal, right? Next word for today. Paramount is very important, something without which we cannot exist. Vital. In fact, the exact word we could use is vital. It is inevitable. It's something which is very important. It is essential. vocabulary is paramount for your success, right? And the opposite would be last, least, not important at all. Ouster. Ouster means to eject something, take out something, remove that thing, you know, make that thing cross that arena and remove that thing. Ejection from a property, you are removed from the property, especially wrongful ejection. That is, you've heard this word, usurp the throne. This is usually used for people who capture the throne, and there are illegal heirs to that. Like we have Hamlet, in which Claudius usurps the throne, right? So it's an ejection from a property, you're deprived from an inheritance, you are rejected, ejected, dismissed, banished and excluded. You're away from that. Next word, ostensible. Ostensible is stating or appearing to be true. It's actually not true. It's actually not true. Please note this important word, apparent. It appears to be true. It's seemingly true. It is just outward surface, superficial appearance of it, but it is actually not true. If it is real, genuine or authentic, this is the word we would use for it. Orchestrate. Orchestrate, from the word orchestra, is plan or coordinate. You've seen the orchestra, organization, organizing something, arranging in a proper order. You make the things, you know, in a proper, there are jumbled things, there are rearranged the things or shuffle things. You make them in a proper coordinating matter, in an apple pie order. Note the idiom, apple pie order. Very systematic, tick-tick-boo from karma, right? Plan or coordinate the elements of a situation to produce a desired effect, especially sumptuously organize, arrange, put together, plan and set up, right? Taking up the last word for today, that is orchestrate, from the same word because it's the same. I had just added up one more because there was no space here, that is bring about. You arrange the thing in a proper systematic order, that is called the word orchestrate, right? So you have understood that vocabulary is paramount for you. You're not going to miss it, and you're going to dismiss evil thoughts from your mind. Focus on your studies with positivity. You're going to move forward and you're going to give us your feedback, right? Students, please do give a thumbs up for the content and do like and subscribe the channel. Thank you.